first of all, I would like to, say thank you so much for coming on board. Truly appreciate, this partnership, all right? So, I'm going to basically, explain to you, and today the scope is the preview for JDXBOT crypto-algorithmic futures trading, all right? So at the moment, I believe we already have, quite a number of users has already started to use this strategy. We have been working on this strategy for the past 2 years, okay? Although we've been doing mentorship program many years before that, but the automated strategy actually, came on board for the past 2 years. So this is a 2 years, 2 years tested product. And today we are here basically, we have actually continuously improved, and we have this optimized strategy which we currently been using, right? So those of you who are on board, just make sure to use the chat room. And if you have any questions, you can actually ask me later on, all right? So I'm going to just proceed with the presentation first. Now, first thing first is that I always want to make sure that our global users, okay, and also partners understand, okay, our positioning, all right? So the company name is JD Wealth Maker. This is a legally incorporated company. And this company is basically a financial technology, a decentralized finance software development company, right? So our focus basically is to develop any kind of solution or technology that is focuses on decentralized finances, okay? So it is basically a crypto, so we don't touch, the financial institution. We are basically, a crypto space itself, right? So now, the first product that we have currently developed and currently been launched is called JDXBOT. So JDXBOT is the brainchild, okay? It's the brainchild of JD Wealth Maker. So you can call it a brainchild, you can call it a software, you can even call it a strategy, okay? So this is basically a software that has been developed under JD Wealth Maker company, okay? So we will be having different brands. So at the moment, our first brand is JDXBOT. Next, we will be building a few more other brands. So we are thinking about JD Swap, whereby you can actually have an automated swapping done for you. So rather than you try to manually swap and try to time the market, you may not be very sure. So we may be building our next product, which is JD Swap. And then the other product that we will be also looking into is the Auto DCA. Okay, so that will be a DCA bot whereby you can actually save your Bitcoins and so on by using a DCA, technology or a DCA methodology, okay? And that will be done automatically. So this is going to be a fantastic ecosystem within JD Wealth Maker that give you access to different decentralized product itself, right? So that is going to be, I think that is going to be exciting. And that is the reason why, okay, our mandate is to empower ordinary people to generate extraordinary income from the crypto space itself, right? Now, please understand that JDXBOT is an industry first, okay, fully autonomous crypto algorithmic tactical futures trading bot, okay? So I think this is a first of its kind whereby not everyone dare, okay, actually to do an automated bot when come to the futures trading. So this is the first time we are doing so. But the unique about JDXBOT is that it is not on the shelf where you can find, in other exchanges and so on. This is a 100% sole proprietary technology that is built, okay, using my own strategy. Okay, so please take note. So my focus is tactical strategy. Okay, not so much of the technical of it, but it is a lot has to do with the tactical and also the mathematical. So our algorithm, okay, encompasses a lot of this tactical strategy, okay? So that is going to actually differentiate between JDXBOT and any other bot that you're going to come across, okay, in the industry. And also please understand that JDXBOT is a third-party exchange-based API commission software as a service, okay, solution. So that simply means that this software can be connected through an API to the exchanges, okay, that we have already partnered with. So you need to connect via the API, and that gives you 100% control, okay, of your own accounts in your own exchanges, so that you can actually decide and have the free reign what you want to do, how you want to manage your own fund, and so on. So that is basically a macro understanding about JD Wealth Maker, the company, and also the brand, and how this brand is offered, or this solution is being provided, and the technology, and so on. So as I bring you into the presentation, I will explain to you detail about the rest of the ecosystem, the technology, what will be the startup cost. I think that is going to be critical for many people. They want to know what will be the minimum startup cost, right? If I go for one strategy or two strategy or three strategy, what will be the cost associated, and so on. Okay, so before we go in there, I just want you to watch a short intro video, and then we will get going.
In a world driven by possibilities, where financial freedom knows no boundaries, emerges an extraordinary solution. JDXBOT, industry-first, autopilot high-velocity algorithmic crypto trading strategy. JDXBOT is not just an ordinary trading bot. It's a game changer, designed to put you in the driver's seat of your financial future, embracing the power of digitization. With 100% control of your funds, you decide your destiny. Harness the power of automation, 100% hands-free. Zero trading background is required. Whether you're an experienced trader or completely new to the game, JDXBOT simplifies the journey. A proven winning strategy awaits, paving the way for boundless opportunities. Be it a bullish run or a bearish downturn, JDXBOT helps you thrive in any market condition. Trade 24/7, 365 days, whether you're in the heart of the city or at the edge of the world. A reliable and regulated trading platform, offering peace of mind. Crafted by an experienced real trader, a masterpiece of expertise. Embrace the most affordable strategy without compromising on excellence. Seamless onboarding process, start effortlessly. Our automated high-velocity crypto trading strategy operates on a powerful 100x throttle, delivering impressive speed and earnings. It monitors market volatility, identifies opportunities, and executes perfect entries to maximize profitability swiftly. At our core, we believe in the essence of velocity of earnings, the efficiency of earning as determined by the rate of return or speed of earnings. For us, wealth creation demands speed. Experience the game changer in the crypto industry, an incredible hands-free money printing machine, the JDXBOT. In a world...
All right, that gives you a glimpse, all right, of understanding about what JDXBOT is all about. Now, let's quickly look into some of those unique advantages, right? Now, first thing first, I think we put a lot of emphasis when come to the protection or safeguarding of users' fund. I think the key aspects when come to this kind of solution, whereby user must have 100% control of their fund. Okay, so here at JDXBOT, user will have a complete control of their fund, allowing them to manage their investment independently. So please understand that when you connect your API, you will decide the permission whether a withdrawal permission is granted, okay, to anyone, right? So over there, normally you will disable that, so no one actually will be able to have access into your account when come to your fund and so on. Okay, I think this is a very important features, and also please understand that you are not going to invest your fund into a third party or into JDXBOT company, no, right? Your fund is going to your trading fund is going to remain in your own exchanges, and through the API, JDXBOT software will be actually taking care of all your tradings and so on, as long as the requirements are met. Okay, so that is I think the most important critical concern a lot of people has, because they don't want their fund to be controlled by a third party, right? So that is exciting. Now, the second thing is that it is 100% autopilot, 24/7, 365 days. Now, this is the beauty about crypto space, right? In the crypto space, we are not bound by 5 days, right? If you are in the forex market, it is a 5 days. All right, if you are in the stock market, it is also a 5 days. But when come to the crypto space, we are not bound because exchanges are open throughout, okay, Monday to Sunday itself. Okay, so as long as there is a momentum, there is a there is a transaction going on, we can continue to trade, right? So that is the other aspects of it. Now, next, it is 100% transparency of live trade and results at your fingertips. Okay, now please understand, because it is a third party, right? You are going to have you're going to connect the API with the exchanges. And because you are going to have that exchanges at your fingertips, you can actually watch all the trades taking place live, at your own, leisure, okay, at your own time, okay. So, and not only that, please understand that the trading results are independent, okay. It is not, influenced by JDXBOT. So it is a third party independent results. So anything that happened to the bot, if the bot is trading, if there is a losses, or if there is a floating, whatever, so right, all those statistics, all those results will be provided by these independent exchanges that you are connected with. Okay, so in this manner, that gives you a full confidence, right, that all this information or all the insight that has been provided 100%, there are no alteration, but it is independent results from the third party. Okay, so I think that is going to be very, very important, because not every product that you find outside there gives you the transparent, independent information. A lot of those information, because, for example, right, you can see a lot of the company claim they are doing copy trading or whatever. So, but the problem is that the trading is still running probably in their affiliated company, or probably in their own, they have set up another brokerage and so on, whereby they still have the control over those brokerage or those company. I think from that perspective, there is no transparency. Okay. Now over here, right, please understand, JDXBOT do not have any kind of decision or any kind of influence over the exchanges, okay, because these are basically third-party exchanges, and we kept our business model in this manner because we want to basically maintain the transparency. Okay, I think that is going to be very, very critical. So when you have a third-party exchanges, I think that will be the most appropriate manner to run a business, right? I think that is going to be critical. Now, another aspect is that please understand that this strategy is tested and proven, built by real expertise. Okay, so because of my experience in the crypto space since 2014, okay, and my expertise is basically trading the futures market and using leverage up to 100x. Okay, and I think many of those of you who have been part of my mentorship program, you know where we came from. Okay, and out of that journey, we have decided to put all the strategies, all this expertise and experiences into an algorithm, whereby today you can actually have a fully automated futures trading, based on this expertise and based on this, tested and proven winning strategy. Now, please also understand that when we select an exchanges or a third-party exchanges, right, it is important to make sure it is safe, reliable, and compliance. Okay, I think the exchanges that we are using is a top 10 in the world. Okay, and not only that, they have a they have the required policy. Okay, all those important policies in order to protect your fund and so on. So in the event, the exchanges been hacked, or you lost your fund, okay, and so on, right? I'm not talking about trading, all right? I'm talking about you place your fund and something happened, maybe your fund is being hacked or whatever. So you do not need to worry, because there is a one-to-one protection. So you can check all this information in our FAQ. Okay, so before you even start to onboard and start your journey with JDXBOT, make sure you read the FAQ, because all this insight and information are actually provided in the FAQ. Okay, I will guide you to find those FAQ later on at the end of the presentation. Now, last but not least, we offer one of the highest profit sharing in the industry with instant settlement of profit. So every time the bot actually closes the position in profit, okay, there is a profit sharing. Okay, so this is how the model works. I think we give one of the biggest profit sharing, right, in the industry, and we don't even actually, split that with any MLM and so on, because JDXBOT is not a multi-level company. So that means that you actually going our user, okay, our partners will enjoy 100% of that profit sharing. Okay, now if you look into a lot of the program outside that, because of the MLM nature, right, what they do is that they give you 100% of the profit, but then they take 50% and split it into the uni level in order to pay the MLM. Now we don't do that because JDXBOT is a legally incorporated, and it is not a multi-level company. It is a software development company, and because of that, we are not allowed to split into any kind of MLM model, but we are allowed to give our users, the maximum benefit. Okay, so that is basically our goal. We want our user, right? So that is the reason why you saw that our goal is to empower ordinary people to generate extraordinary incomes and so on. Okay, now these are advantages that make JDXBOT an appealing choice, okay, for individuals seeking automated crypto trading solution with transparency, accessibility, and history of success, and at the affordable initial cost, where I'll be sharing with you what will be the startup cost later on. Okay, so these are I think important, unique, characteristic of JDXBOT that makes us stand out, okay, compared to a lot of the different products that may provide a similar nature, but the most important thing is that they may not be able to give you the transparency level that we are offering to you. Okay, so that is the most critical thing. Now, if you look into the ecosystem, right, this is going to be critical for you to understand. It's a very simple ecosystem, yet it is comprehensive, especially for the first time. Okay, when you are coming on board, you need to make sure that all these ecosystems are in place. Okay, now if you look, as I mentioned to you, our partners exchange, official exchange is Bitget. Okay, now, so in order for you to be able to get your bot or your software activated in Bitget, it has to be connected through the API through JDXBOT. So you have to purchase, okay, you have to purchase the subscription plan at JDXBOT, and thereafter you need to connect your API with Bitget. So you can see there are two entities here. We have the JDXBOT that is providing you the software or the solution, and then we have the exchanges whereby your account is in the exchanges, and through the API, then JDXBOT will handle all your tradings, but you are in full control of that of your account in the exchanges. Now, please understand, although, right, the ecosystem is one, but we do not have control over Bitcoin. Please understand that. So when you actually have an account with Bitget, every aspect of your account will come 100%, under Bitget. So if you have any problems and so on, you cannot refer to us because we don't have any kind of control over Bitget. It is 100%, controlled by Bitget themselves. Okay, so you have to alliance with them when come to any issues with your accounts and so on. I think this is the most important, transparency, right? These are important because if we can actually have access to the exchanges, then things can go wrong, okay, which we do not want that to happen. Okay, so now, as I mentioned to you, please understand, you have to sign up. Okay, you have to sign up with Bitget. All right, so you can use our referral, our partner's referral link if you want to. All right, you can use the link and you can actually sign up, because there are sometimes bonuses or promotions that you can actually enjoy if you are using our link. Right now, so you can sign up, and thereafter you have to perform KYC. So please understand, know your customer is one of the most important requirement if you're going to be part of a licensed exchanges. So Bitget is a licensed exchanger, so you have to do just the level 1 KYC, which is your identity verification, and thereafter you have to do basically a selfie, right, to provide your face to compare with your identity. That's all. Okay, simple as that. And then you have to create API and bind with JDXBOT. So now, please understand, this is your first step. All right, this is your first step. If your KYC fail, or if you are from a country that has been sanctioned by Bitget, you cannot be part of JDXBOT. All right. So do not register with JDXBOT yet until you have your account with BitGet. This is a important requirement. Okay. This is a compliance that we already have with BitGet. So that's the reason why you cannot be part of JDXBOT if you don't have your KYC approved with BitGet yet. Okay. Please understand. Now, once your KYC is approved, this is where now you have to register or sign up with JDXBOT. So you may need to refer to the person who have actually introduced you JDXBOT, get their referral link, and use their referral link to sign up, okay? Because at the moment, it is an invitation, okay? By invitation, it's only for private partners who already migrated into our optimized strategy. So it is not open to the public. So you need a referral link in order to be part of the program. In the future, when we open to the public, referral link is not required. Okay. Now, once you have already signed up, you have to perform the email verification, and then you proceed with the 2FA authentication. Then you purchase the strategy plan. Okay. Once you purchase the strategy plan, you need to perform API binding with BitGet. So this is where you connect your JDXBOT account with the exchange. Okay. In order for your trading to take place. Okay. And then after you fund your strategy wallet. Okay. You go fund your strategy wallet. You fund your main futures account in BitGet, you fund your sub account in BitGet, and finally, if all the requirements are met, your bot then will be activated and your bot will be on fully autonomous. Okay, now please understand that at JDXBOT, we have three separate strategies. We have the USDC, USDT, and BTC. So normally we will encourage our users to buy all the three strategies because different strategies runs at different timing, depends on the market condition, the liquidity of the markets, and so on. Okay, so sometimes we do have strategies that does not trade at all, or that trading may actually happen, sometimes later compared to another strategy, because that is all depend on the tactical, on the money flow, on the price action, and most importantly, when it comes to crypto, it depends on the liquidity of the market itself. Okay, so sometimes if there is no liquidity, there is no momentum, there won't be trades and so on. So please understand that. Please understand, guys. This is not a fixed ROI program. This is a real trading taking place in the real market. So if you are going to be part of JDXBOT, please understand that this is how the real trading is going to be. All right. So some of the important features are basically it is a futures leverage trading. We use a cross margin mode in order for us to trade. It's a dual position hedging mode. And we do have a most important is a wallet management strategy. We have the main futures account management, we have the sub account management, auto DCA, dollar cost averaging, and also auto hedging, auto profit taking, smart contract strategy wallet, whereby this is where your 30%, okay, the fees on the strategy field that will be deducted, which I will explain to you later on. And then you may have your live dashboard in your JDXBOT. You can check all the real-time information regarding your bot performance, your strategies and all those information. And please understand it is 100% autopilot. So the moment your bot is activated, you are not allowed to manually interfere to alter any kind of parameters and so on. It is not required. Your only job is to manage your fund. Okay, that is the most important thing, right? That's the most important. So this is basically an hands-free money printing machine. We want to, do our best, to elevate the financial, of our global community. Okay, through this solution that we have actually prepared for them, right? So please understand that. Now, this is going to be one of the most critical understanding that I want to deliver to our community. So if you are going to be part of JDXBOT, you need to understand what makes us different. Okay. Now, one of the major uniqueness of JDXBOT is basically when it comes to the trading risk management. And when you talk about risk management, the most critical risk management in trading is what we refer as the wallet management strategy. All right, so this is going to be critical, because if you're going to trade and you don't understand, or you don't really able to grasp how to manage your wallet, it can actually put your position into a major risk, and you can be even at loss. Okay, and we don't want that to happen. And our focus is capital preservation is number one. Then profitability is the second thing, right? So that is the most important thing. So now, when come to the wallet management strategy, JDXBOT employ a dynamic risk mitigation system that actively manages the interaction between users' main futures account and sub-account to safeguard users' position. Now, I want to explain to you how this wallet management works, because once you understand, then I think you can make an informed decision, right? What makes JDXBOT different? Now, this is the heartbeat, okay? This is the heartbeat of JDXBOT, and I want you to understand exactly how the wallet management features actually work. Now, if you look into this image, right, we have the main futures account and we have the sub account. Now, for the main futures account, we will explain to you detail about the startup cost later. But please understand that, okay, we have three different strategies. For each strategy, it will be minimum 200. So I'm going to use 200 as the example, okay, as I explained to you here. So now, if your main futures account is $200, then your sub account will be 50% of the main futures account, which will be $100, right? So please understand, if you don't have this amount, the bot will not start. So the minimum to start with JDXBOT for one strategy is $200, and you need to make sure your sub account is funded with $100, which is 50% at least, okay, minimum. You can have more. You can even have 100%. If you put 200 in your main futures account and you want to put another 200 in your sub account, that would be great, but that is up to you, right? Now, let me explain how this whole wallet management system actually works, okay? Now, the first thing first is that a real-time monitoring. Now, the algorithm, okay, JDXBOT algorithm continuously monitors the estimated liquidation price. Now, when we notice, okay, your liquidation price approaches within 30,000 points of the mark price. Now, some of you may be confused about this number. Don't worry about it, okay? You will be able to learn during the AMA session, whereby we have the technical details, right? And if you go to our JDXBOT YouTube channel, I think last week we had the AMA session, and I explained about the 30,000 point. You may want to check those AMA session. I think that will be very, very helpful, okay? Now, the system will automatically replenish the main futures account with an amount equivalent to the dollar cost average, okay, value. All right. Now this is going to be very, very critical. So when we notice that the liquidation falls within certain numbers, okay, or certain range, what will happen is that you can see that, you know, when the DCA, right, the DCA will take place. So for example, right, let's say my main futures account starts with $200 and we do a DCA. Let's give an example. The DCA is 10%, so that would be $20. So when we did a $20 DCA, and then when JDXBOT algorithm noticed that your positions, your estimate liquidation start to fall below certain range, what happened? JDXBOT algorithm now will use the sub account to replenish the $20. Can you see that? So what happens now is that our job is to maintain $200, your base amount, okay, your base amount $200 at all time. So by actually replenishing, what happens? It will actually maintain your main available balance, and also it will push your liquidation further away. So in this manner, the risk of liquidation is actually managed and controlled. So this is what we call a hedging. All right, this is what we call a hedging. We got a DCA, and we use the sub account to hedge. So every time the hedging takes place, it pushes your liquidation away, right? So this is going to be an important understanding, and this is what we call tactical strategy. It's not technical, it is tactical, it is more mathematical rather than just depending on the technical analysis and so on. Okay, so we realize, okay, I realized that, you know, after years of trading, right, a lot of traders losing money because they are 100% dependent on technical, yet they fail to understand the tactical aspects of the trading that can actually help them to to thrive, okay, and even actually enjoy greater profitability, in trading itself, right? Now, the next is that cycle and normalization. So once all trading positions are fully closed, okay, the replenished funds are automatically returned to the sub account, preparing for the next trading cycle without, okay, requiring manual intervention. So you can see that whatever amount, okay, that JDXBOT uses to replenish, that amount will be returned back into the sub account when the position actually closes. So your sub account money or sub account fund belongs to you 100%. So you do not need to worry. So every single amount that actually been used to replenish, all right, to manage the risk, okay, that amount will be returned back at the end when the position closes, and then a new cycle will begin all over again. Okay, so that is a beautiful way, right? So this is a brilliant way how to continuously manage, okay, the wallet itself, okay, in order to maximize, okay, the profitability, plus also at the same time to manage the risk, okay, of the position. Now, the other thing is that is a fallback protocol, right? Now, if the sub account lacks sufficient balance, right, for replenishment, JDXBOT will then switch to using the main account balance for the continued DCA operation. So, for example, right, let's say, all right, we start with $200 and you have the sub account $100, and the market can move against you. It doesn't matter as we continue to do the DCA. At one point, right, high likely the $100 will get depleted. So once the $100 is depleted, so what happened? Your main futures account still have $200, right? Still have $200. So what will happen? We have a fallback protocol whereby now the algorithm will use your main futures account to continue the DCA process. Okay. Now, please understand dollar cost averaging is critical. All right, because the dollar cost averaging is where we manipulate the entry price and bring the entry price closer to the mark price or current market price. By doing so, if the market reverses, right, when the market reverses, the user may enjoy massive or greater profitability because now they have done a number of DCAs, and all these DCAs will close at once, so they will be able to see. So even if you are floating for 1 or 2 weeks, right? Imagine when you close, high likely the 1 or 2 weeks profit is actually compounded at once when the position is actually closed. Okay, so that is the beauty of DCA itself, but it has to be done accurately, okay, at the right timing, and we cannot rush, and there is no emotion involved, and this is why you need JDXBOT. Okay, now last but not least, a critical alert trigger. All right, now in the event, okay, the main account balance dropped to 50% of your base amount. Okay, if your base, remember the base amount here is 200. All right, so in the event 50, it drops by 50%. So let's say, for example, right, your sub account is already depleted. Now we use the main account. Even the main account will start to deplete, and let's say it reaches, okay, 50%. So that means it comes down to $100. So when it happens, we will then send you critical alert email. All right, so JDXBOT will automatically, okay, you will receive a critical alert email notifying you that, hey, your main account now actually reduced to 50% of your available balance, and please do something, okay? Please quickly top up your sub account, so that when you top up your sub account, it will automatically replenish your main futures account. So you don't have to top up your main futures account. You just need to top up your sub account, and automatically our algorithm will check if there is a fund in the sub account, it will replenish. Okay, and as long as it is above 50%, you won't receive the critical alert. If it remains, okay, below 50%, every single hour, okay, you will receive a critical alert email. Okay, so please take note. These are all the important measures when it comes to the wallet management. And this is, I think, what makes JDXBOT unique, okay? And this is what I call tactical strategy rather than technical itself, right? Now, the benefit of these features that we have actually put in is that it is an autonomous balance regulation, okay? Ensures stable hedging ratio, consistent performance, and reduce liquidation risk through intelligent fund movement between the accounts, okay? And also, it's a hands-free, worry-free, 100% autopilot. So you don't really have to worry about, I have to go and look for fun, and we now tell you there is a margin call and so on. You don't have to worry, right? So as long as you follow the requirement, you make sure that your main account, your sub account is funded, okay, and you leave the rest to the algorithm to manage it for you, unless otherwise you receive a critical alert, which is quite unlikely, okay, to take place unless market is very, very manipulative. All right, very, very manipulative is a different story altogether, okay? So, but nevertheless, these alerts are important because that gives you room, okay, to start to get ready. That's why we put it at 50% so that you will have a lot of room to get ready if you need extra fund and so on, okay? So this is what we call a wallet management strategy. It's a sole proprietary tactical strategy of JDXBOT. Okay, so I hope this gives you a clarity, the heartbeat, okay, and what makes JDXBOT completely different and unique, right? From from any other product that you can actually find in the market itself, right? Okay, great. Now, let's look into the startup cost. Okay, this is going to be critical for you to make an informed decision. Just a moment. All right, for you to make an informed decision. Okay, and also sometimes you don't have to really rush. You just need to make sure you have the required fund, okay, for you to get started. Now, as I mentioned earlier, right, the first thing is that you need to purchase the strategy. All right. Now, to purchase the strategy, remember we got three strategy: USDT, USDC, and BTC. So this gives you, right, the access to actually earn each of these assets. You are going to earn real BTC, you're going to earn real USDC, and real USDT. Okay, please understand that. So now you will enjoy 12 months plus 1 month free month subscription. So a total of 13 months. Okay. Each of the strategy, right, is $100. So a total is $300. If you purchase all the three strategies at once, it is $250. Okay, so please take note of that. Now, next is that once you have purchased the strategy, you need to fund your futures account. Now, please understand this is your money. Okay, this is your money in order for the bot to run. Okay, for the bot to run, you need to have a fund in your trading account. So minimal initial funding for Bitget main futures account starts at $200 for each of the strategies. So if you purchase USDT, all right, you are going, for example, let's say, right, you purchase all the three strategies and you pay $250 as the subscription plan. And thereafter, if you got three strategies, then you need to fund each of the strategy, right? The least should be 200 or more. So three strategies will be $600. All right. Now, once you have already funded your futures account, remember you also need to fund your sub account, which is 50% of your main futures account. So if your main futures account is $200, 50% of that will be $100. If you got three strategies, that is $600. So your main futures, your sub account will be $300. Okay. And last but not least, you also need to fund your strategy wallet. Now, this is where the 30% of the profit sharing, okay, will be deducted. So every time the bot closes in profit, if the bot closes $1, you get 70 cents and JDXBOT will take 30 cents. So where do we deduct this 30 cents? In your JDXBOT back office. All right, in your JDXBOT back office. So that is the reason why you will have to make sure you have sufficient fund maintained there for this deduction to take place, or else your bot will get deactivated. All right, so we cannot deduct in your Bitget, right? Because we don't have access to it, and because of that, you have to do it in JDXBOT back office. Okay, now for the bot to get activated, okay, for your initial strategy wallet, you need to make sure to start with $30. And thereafter, you need to maintain at least, okay, we give you a recommendation 20% monthly. So if your main futures account, let's say example, right, $1,000, you just need to make sure to allocate 20% of that in a month. So that is about $200. Now, please understand the deduction only take place when there is a profit. So that means the more deduction, the more profit you are actually making, right? Now, let's look into the startup cost. What will be the startup cost? And I'm going to break it down into 3 strategies, okay? So if you purchase just one strategy, let's say, right? If you purchase one strategy, then you're going to pay $100. So you can purchase USDT or USDC or BTC. It is up to you. All right. But please understand that there is no guarantee just by purchasing one strategy that the bot that there will be always an entry, right? You please understand that because it is the real market, and based on the algorithm and market condition, JDXBOT will then open those positions. So that's the reason why it's always good to have 3 strategies, because you do not know which asset will be opening at which time and so on. Okay, but nevertheless, okay, if you are only going to purchase one strategy, is $100. Your minimum futures account funding will be $200. All right, and your sub account will be 50% of 200, which is 100. And remember, for your strategy wallet to get activated, you need to fund $30. So that means that if you go for one strategy, the minimum, okay, initial startup cost will be $430. Okay. Now, how about if you go for 2 strategy? For 2 strategy, you can see that you only pay $180 instead of $200. Your main futures account will be 400, your sub account will be 200, and the bot activation for your strategy wallet remains $30. So your total initial cost will be $810. But now you got 2 strategies, okay, running, right? So that gives you more potential of earning actually, okay, because you got 2 strategies, right? And last but not least, this is what we always recommend. I think most of our users, I think at the moment, probably 99% of our users are all with 3 strategies. All right, so if you go for 3 strategies, instead of 300, you only pay 250 for a year. Okay, please understand, this is a 365-day strategy subscription. Right? And then you need to fund your futures account $600 minimum. Okay, 200 is minimum. If you want to put 1,000, each account is up to you. So that means you are putting $3,000. Okay, we do not limit your amount in your futures account for trading. Now, this is what makes JDXBOT different, right? Because in a lot of MLM program, they limit you. All right, they limit you. So if you want a bigger, then you must subscribe bigger packages and so on. We don't do that because this is not an MLM program. So it is up to you how much you want to fund your futures account, and that depends. Okay, what will be your profitability and so on, right? So a lot of the user may even recover, okay, whatever a strategy plan and the money they put in that, because they have a big account that is running in their trading itself, right? But in this example, let's take 200 each. That's the minimum, right? So that will be 600. The sub account will be 300, and strategy wallet will be $30 for activation. So now, if you go for all the 3 strategies, that will be $1,180. Okay. So now, I think this is going to be important, right? Because most people, they want to know what will be the initial startup, okay, if I go for 1 strategy, 2 strategy, and 3 strategies, and so on. And I hope that this information, okay, helps you to understand, right, clearly, right, what are the requirements. And now at least you have an informed decision to be able to make the necessary plan, okay, to start to, if you want to be part of JDXBOT. Okay, so just take note of that. Okay, now, as I mentioned, right, please understand that I think JDXBOT as one of the highest and generous profit sharing in the industry. This is your trading realized profit sharing model. Okay, so every time JDXBOT closes the position in profit, there is a 70-30% profit sharing. Okay, we are talking about net profit. Okay, not gross or not total profit. Net profit goes to our user. right? So as I mentioned earlier, right, a lot of the program, they don't give you net profit. They give you the total or realized profit, and then they deduct 50% of that, and then you get your net profit, which is a very, very small amount. The rest of the amount has already been distributed into the uni levels and so on, right? We don't have that. We give you 100% of all the profit, which is the 70%, and 30% will go to the management fee or the strategy fee, where it will be deducted, okay, in JDXBOT back office. Okay, so please take note of that. So all this process happens in the real time. Okay, in the real time. Okay, please take note. Now, the other important, we do have a referral bonus program, only 2 tiers. Okay, please make sure, because we are not an MLM, we cannot have a number of tiers that are deep down. Okay, it's only 2 tiers just to basically reward our users and make sure that that everyone who is coming in, they enjoy those rewards. But it is also one of the highest and generous referral bonus, whereby we allocate 30%, okay, on any purchase of the strategy and upon each renewal. Okay, so here we have the tier 1. In tier 1, which means that if you introduce someone, you sign them up directly under you, you enjoy 20% of their strategy plan amount. So if the strategy they purchase is $250, so you enjoy $50, and this amount will be instantly, okay, sent to your back office. And once you reach the limit of the withdrawal, I think it's $100, you can then submit for withdrawal, and almost instant, this withdrawal will be actually in your own wallet. Okay, so we do not wait for 24 hours or 48 hours. The withdrawal will be approved instantly. Okay, and you will earn that in USDT TRC20. So make sure you read all those important notes and the terms in this presentation. Okay, now when your level 1 or tier 1 share that to their level 1, which is your tier 2, you enjoy another 30%. Okay, so just imagine, guys, okay, you can basically, right, you can use this, okay, and you imagine if you introduce 10 people and you already basically make $50 each times 10, which is $500, right? Which is $500, right? And you earn another 10% here, which is another $250, right? So that is huge. Okay, so you can take advantage, okay, of this opportunity, of these bonuses that is available, and you can actually use that money later on to fund your trading account and start to earn more and more, and even use this money for your sub account and so on. Okay, now there is one more thing that we will be introducing very soon, which we are basically planning for the next phase, which is basically the referral, our partners referral reward program. So that means that the people who are trading under your hierarchy, okay, based on the strategy fees that is deducted, you will be earning a profit sharing from the company. All right. So the more strategy fee deducted based on the profit, that means the more you will be earning. So it is still new, right? We are just about, I think about, this is our second month. All right, our second month. So we are giving opportunity for you to build your team once you have your hierarchy ready and so on. And then when we start to introduce, okay, the partners referral program, you can start to enjoy even those, okay, profit sharing from the company. So people ask us, why do you deduct 30% as a strategy fee? Because we are going to allocate high likely 5 to 10% of that and share it as a profit sharing, okay, for our users, okay, based on the strategy fee that is deducted. So how will that partners referral program works? We will be explaining to you in the near future, okay? But in the meantime, you can use this opportunity to build your hierarchy, all right? And based on those asset that is being traded and the fees that is being deducted, you will then enjoy, okay, the profit sharing and so on. So that is going to be, I think that is going to be lucrative, okay? Because you're going to earn trading a profit, okay, which is not fixed, right? We do not know, but at the moment, we are seeing about up to around 1%, right? Up to about 1% daily, 0.8 to 1% daily net profit. All right, and depends on the market situations and so on. We don't really promise any fixed ROI. Second thing, you're also going to earn 30% from the referral income, referral bonus. And imagine, right, if you're going to enjoy another income, right, that is coming from the partners referral reward program, that would be awesome. So we're going to probably have your trading fund coming in daily. Then you got your referral bonus anytime you refer someone. And on a monthly basis, we then will calculate your total strategy fee deducted in your hierarchy, and you will then receive a profit sharing from that. Will that be awesome? Okay, that will be great, right? To be part of a program, okay, whereby you can actually become the recipient, right? So this is what we really dream. We want to basically empower ordinary people to generate extraordinary income, but everything should be done from the real income that is generated, not from any of those referrals and so on. So please understand that. So that's why we are using the strategy fee, because strategy fee is the real income, and we want to share real income with our users. So in this manner, JDXBOT will be sustainable, will be self-sustainable for many, many years, and everyone who's coming on board will be truly blessed. Okay, so please take note of that. Now, to start, okay, it's very simple, right? You just need to start to make a profitable move. Number one, you can proceed to sign up. So you need to sign up with BitGet. You need to sign up with JDXBOT. Please take note. Once you have signed up, you need to connect your bot with the API, right? So this is where you need to follow the requirement, which I'm going to share with you very, very shortly. Where can you get all the resources that is needed for you to get started and so on? And once you have connected your API, then your bot will be activated. Trading will be autonomous. You do not need to worry. As long as you manage all the funds and so on, everything else, okay, leave it to JDXBOT. No manual alteration, intervention. You don't need to worry about setting parameters and all those things. That is not your job. Okay, your job is only to allocate the fund and let JDXBOT, okay, take care of the rest of the strategies. Okay, that is important. So now for you to get started, okay, this is going to be a very important resources. If you go into JDXBOT website, right, www.jdxbot.com, you will see at the top right corner, right, just beside the login, getting started. Now, if you tap the getting started, you will see a drop down, and under the drop down, you will see 4 resources. All right, all the resources are there. If you say, Doctor, where is the presentation, the PDF presentation for today? It is there. Corporate presentation. Okay, so if you want to watch this, if you want to go through this presentation, you can download the corporate presentation from the JDXBOT. Now, if you need the FAQ, it is already there. Let me just bring you to the back office quickly and show you where you can get all this information. Okay, so you can see, right, this is actually our dashboard. I'm not going to go through this, but let me just tap the home. So now, once you tap the home, right, you will be able to see the getting started. You tap the getting started, so you will see all the documents are there. So if you click, okay, the most important thing before you start is go through the checkpoint. All right, this checkpoint is important. So if you tap the checkpoint, you will see, can you see that? The detailed step-by-step requirement over there. So steps, okay, these are the steps. Step 1, you need to sign up and log in, and also you verify your account. This is under BitGet. Can you see that? So then what you need to do, what are the cautionary points, and what are the sub-step 1.1, 1.2, and then you can bring out these checkpoints so that you can tick one by one. All right, so you do not need to rush, okay? Take your time, tick one by one as you complete, all right? Now, you may say, okay, I want to sign up, or I want to actually set up my stop account, but I don't know what are the detailed steps. Don't worry. If you go back again, you will see Getting Started Guide. All right, so if you tap the Getting Started Guide, it will then bring you, right? It will then bring you to the Getting Started Guide step-by-step tutorial. So here you have step 1, sign up and verification. So all that you need to do is go through the circle. Can you see that? 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. So go through each of these, okay, each of the step-by-step guide that actually been provided until you complete. How many steps are there? There are total 13 steps until you get your bot activated. You see that? So make sure, right? Make sure, do not rush. Make sure you go through, because so far, I have never seen any of our users have any problem, or even a new user who don't know about crypto, they don't have any problem when they follow step by step and they go through each of the steps one by one. Okay, so don't make any mistake, especially when come to the fundings and so on. All right. Now you will also, okay, I would encourage you to read through the FAQ. There are 52 FAQs over there. So if you tap the FAQ, it will bring you to the FAQ. Can you see that? So all the questions possibly that you might have already been answered in this FAQ. So please go through. All right, please go through, as I mentioned earlier, right? Remember, regarding the fund, right? How does BitGet protect your fund? There are links over there. You can click the link. It will bring you and you can read through all those details and so on. Okay. So there are 52 FAQ that most of the questions will be answered. So before you even raise, okay, any questions, okay, even before you raise any question or ask any questions or send any tickets or whatever, please go through the FAQ first, because high likely your questions are already answered there, right? Now, I hope this is helpful, okay? Now, last but not least, okay, also please take note, we have 2 separate meeting, all right? One is done weekly, like what we are doing today, which is our exclusive preview taking place every Tuesday. So if you need to invite someone new, all right, this will be the best time, because they can hear from the owner, right, directly how the business actually works, and they can ask any question there is and so on. And then on every fortnightly, which is the first and the third week, okay, first means that will be next week, right? First and third week of every month. On Thursday, we will have the AMA session, which is the Ask Me Anything session. And this session will be more technical, all right? Will be more technical. So any technical questions, they can actually ask during the AMA session. Okay, so I hope this is clear, right? So with that, okay, with that, I would like to, say thank you so much, to have your presence here today to listen to this presentation.